So let's talk about one of the biggest problems with AI today, trust. We're going to dive into a tool from Google called NotebookLM that's designed to fix that, and honestly, it could completely change how you do your research.
You know this feeling, right? If you've ever used an AI chatbot, you get an answer that sounds perfect, maybe a little too perfect. And that's when the doubt starts to creep in. Is this for real, or did the AI just make it all up? That one question is what stops AI from being a tool we can truly rely on for serious work.
And that doubt, well, it points directly to the #1 challenge for modern AI, and that's reliability. People in the industry call them hallucinations. It's when an AI just confidently states something that's totally false and presents it as a fact. It's why using these tools for a research paper or a big client proposal can feel so risky. For anything where the facts really matter.
But what if we just flipped the whole approach on its head? What if, instead of an AI that tries to know everything about everything, you had an AI that becomes an expert only on the information you give it? Well, that's the whole idea behind NotebookLM.
So what is it exactly? Simply put, NotebookLM is a Google AI tool that follows one incredibly powerful rule. It can only answer questions using the source materials that you provide. That's it. Whether you give it PDFs, Google Docs, or links to articles, it stays inside the little world you create for it.
And this comparison really gets to the heart of it. A general chatbot is pulling its answers from the entire internet, which, let's be honest, is a massive, messy, and often flat-out wrong place. That's where all those hallucinations come from. But NotebookLM is totally different. It only draws from your sources. By limiting its universe to just the documents you trust, it dramatically, and I mean dramatically, reduces the chances of it just making things up.
Okay, so how do you actually use this thing? The great news is it's surprisingly simple. It really just takes 3 basic steps to get your own private workspace up and running.
So it's a super quick process. First, you just go to the website and sign in with your Google account. Then you click New Notebook. Think of this like a private folder for each project you're working on. And then here's the most important part. You add your sources. And you've got a ton of flexibility here. You can upload PDFs of academic papers, connect your own Google Docs and slides, pull in articles from the web, or even just copy and paste raw text. This versatility makes it an incredible tool whether you're a student prepping for a big exam, a researcher trying to make sense of data, or a writer just trying to outline your next project. All right, so once all your information is loaded in, this is where we get to the really powerful part of the tool. This is where you start to interact with your own documents in a completely new way. The second your sources are loaded, a chat interface just appears, and this is where NotebookLM basically becomes your personal research assistant. It's an expert that has instantly read and memorized every single word you just gave it, and it has zero outside knowledge to confuse things. So you can start with really simple but powerful commands. Got a dense 50-page report you have to read? Just ask it, summarize this document, and boom, it will instantly give you the key takeaways, saving you a massive amount of time. Or let's say there's a really complex idea in one of your sources that you're just not getting. You can ask it to explain this concept in simple terms, and it acts like your own personal tutor, breaking it down for you, using only the context that it already has from your document. And for any students watching, this is a total game changer. You can upload all of your lecture notes, your readings for a class, and just tell it, create a study guide. It will pull out all the key terms, dates, and concepts for you automatically. But it goes way beyond just simple questions and answers. NotebookLM can also help you transform all that raw information into brand new creative formats. And it does that using a feature called the Studio. For instance, the Studio can take your notes and turn them into an audio discussion, kind of like a mini podcast explaining the topic back to you. It can generate a mind map to help you actually see the connections between ideas, or it can even create a quiz so you can test yourself on the material.
So let's bring this all back home. Let's go back to that original problem we started with. Why does this whole source-grounded approach matter so much? Well, it's all about creating an AI you can actually finally trust.
So here's the bottom line, the most crucial point. By grounding every single answer in the documents you provided, NotebookLM gives you reliable and, this is the big one, verifiable results. You're not guessing where the information came from anymore. You know the source because you're the one who provided it. And that really just leaves us with one final question. If you could just remove that doubt, if you didn't have to constantly fact-check your AI assistant, what would that unlock for you? What could you learn or write or create with an AI that you can actually trust?